Hey people, hope you're all good. Here I am back in the beautiful land to do a bit more metal detecting. Well, last time I was here I didn't have much joy up the other end where I found the Anglo-Saxon brooch, a few other old bits. It's very quiet, but the odd good thing does pop up. So I've come back up to basically over there where that wall is. That's the old manor house behind there. And I've got the field behind it, that field that goes all the way down to the river. I haven't found much in there. I don't think it's ever been ploughed, not since medieval times anyway. I think it's ridge and furrow. But this bit of pasture here, which has been ploughed in the past, I actually found a Roman or Saxon disc brooch. It's a bit debatable when it's actually from. And then a ring which looks to be from a similar time, like a copper ring with a scorpion emblem on it. I think I've shown it in one of my other videos. But yeah, I found that literally just here, up on top of the hill. So I'm going to have another little look around here. And then I'm going to go back in the field behind the manor house. So, let's hope we find some interesting stuff today. See you in a bit. Alright, so that's the old manor house there. Well, still is, well, yeah. Someone lives in there. And then you've got these other houses to the side of it, which are now like separate houses, but I think back in the day it would have been all part of the manor house grounds. But yeah, I really got my hopes up when I first got this field, because I thought it's right behind the manor house, goes all the way down to the river. But it's very quiet. I found a few Victoria coins up around the top there. Quite trashy over there. There's quite a lot of weird but interesting stuff coming up. So I might make my way over there. I'm going to have a little wander around here, but it's very, very quiet. So, a bit disappointing, but hey ho. Alright, see you in a bit. Just saying how rubbish and quiet this place was, and look. I do believe that's a hammered coin. Oh yeah, let's just pick it up and have a look. Certainly looks like one. Ooh, hello. Got the horses that like to follow me around on this permission a lot. Look at that, that's nice. Who is it? Is it James, or it's probably going to be a Lizzie, most likely. Lovely, look at that. Right out the back of the manor house, look. There's the wall to the manor house. And here was the hammered. Awesome. All I've found in this field so far is like a couple of Victorian coins. Right, I can't really make a lot out on this. It's not the best condition. But I reckon there's enough on there to ID it. I don't know if anyone can tell from the shot what this is. I'm going to have a bit of a better look off camera and then I'll get back to you. Woohoo! Alright. I've moved into quite a trashy area now, just over there by that mound is where I found the hammered. I've come over here, it's really trashy around here, all sorts of bits of scrap metal and stuff. But I found a few Victorian coins and I've just found this. I haven't bothered to clean it up yet. So we've got like this main bit and then two little... Oh, it's actually got some writing on. I know it's not that old. Made in England. Is it some sort of kid's toy or something? So two of those. I guess they're off the, probably off the ends. Whatever it is, it's a bit cracked. I recognise it, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Ow. Cut my finger. There's some sort of writing on there as well, isn't there? Almost looks like something smoking related or something. Oh. Some fluffy stuff inside. Is that like a petrol lighter or something? Don't know. If anyone knows what that was, let me know. Cool, well, we're going to have a quick cup of tea and then have a quick look round here, make my way back over to where I found the hammered. I did have another look round there. Hopefully we'll get another couple of interesting finds before we go. We've only got a few hours today, so before it gets dark. But yeah, cool. See you in a bit. Alright, so it's pretty battered, but you can make out the bust there. A guy looking to the right. Now I can make out Jacobs, and I think, isn't that James? That's why I said I thought it was a James, because I could kind of see that just around the edge there, top right. So yeah, is that a James the First? Unless Jacobs means something else, I can't really remember. But yeah, and from the size of that, what we're going to say, maybe a half groat or a groat even, because the groats were a bit smaller then, weren't they? Or what, the 3 pence or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up when I get in. Can't really make a lot out on that side, but I'm sure I'll find it in the Sphinx when I get home. But that's made my day. First hammered coin on this whole permission, actually. First silver, well, first decent coin. The only other silver coin I found was a completely worn William III love token. So yeah, not bad. Shame it's not in slightly better condition, but that's still good. Good sign. Cool, let's keep looking. Looks like we got ourselves a little buckle of some sort. Might not be that old, but oh, actually looks quite nice. Lovely patina. Nice bronzy sort of look. So yeah, I'd say that's got to be at least Victorian, hasn't it? Probably Victorian or Georgian. Maybe even slightly older, I'm not too sure really. But that is nice. Nice bit of workmanship on that, look. Got 2 little flat bits there. Still got this little bit on it. Won't jiggle it too much because it'll probably fall off. Yeah, quite happy with that. You know, it's nice to find hammered coins when they're in a bit better condition than that one I found earlier, but it's still nice to find one, you know, especially when it's quite quiet. This permission really is kind of hit and miss. You know, sometimes I come here and don't find barely anything. Well, I never find a great deal, but you know, sometimes a nice thing or two will pop up. That's really quite a nice buckle. Lovely. Cool, still up by the manor house. So, this isn't actually land of the manor house still, by the way. This is a farmer's field. He's got this field that goes directly behind it. So it's pretty cool. And there's actually a footpath that runs from there basically all the way along. Best part of, you know, a third of a mile, I'd say, to half a mile, all the way along. And then that's where I found that Anglo-Saxon brooch, and I found a few other bits and bobs. And it's a track that runs down by the river. So, you know, that footpath's been used for at least a good few hundred years. I mean, that coin I found earlier goes back to early 1600s, if I'm right about it being a James I. I'll check later when I get home and let you know. And that, you know, this could be a similar time really. It's probably a bit more recent, but easily Victorian anyway. Cool. Alright, let's keep looking. Oh my goodness. My heart's going. Looks like I might have another hammy. I might be wrong. I bet this is going to be a button now. I don't think I've ever got 2 hammereds in one session before. Oh, yes. Is that hammered? It's got to be. Could be a copper hammered though, by the look of it. Oh. Ooh. Might be a token of some sort. What's that on it? It's like a little weight or something. Oh, I thought it was another silver hammered, but I don't think that is silver. Trying to read the writing on it. Okay, so I can't see much on that side other than the writing around the edge. And yeah, that looks like a weight or a bell. Cool, it definitely looks hammered though, doesn't it? Could be a token though. I'm gonna have to do a bit of research on that later. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. Try and get a clear picture before we go. Cool. Nice. A few nice finds today. Cool, let's keep looking. Still out the back of the manor house, by the way. Near that house where they said I could go in their garden. Cool, right. See you in a bit. Ooh. What we got here? Beautiful patina. That is a crotal bell. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, unfortunately it's broken. That's like half of it, but is that the other bit of it? Poking through there? It certainly looks like it. Or is that a bit of stone? I think that's actually a stone. Yeah, same colour, near enough. Oh well. Alright, that's a shame that's not complete. That would have been a beauty. The woman just came back in that house as well, so she might say I can have a look in the garden. I would have jumped over when she first said, but she had her little girl with her, and you know, I wasn't really expecting it. It's just a bit weird when you're prowling around in someone's garden, isn't it? But another farmer just over the way actually said I could look in his garden as well, but never did. I suppose I should really, you never know. Yeah, well that's a lovely patina. Keep finding half crotal bells lately. I found some nice whole ones in the past. It's a nice little bowl out of there. I wonder if the middle bit's in there anywhere. No, it doesn't seem to be. Alright, check the hole. I don't know, it makes me think these fields must have been ploughed when you find bits. Unless they broke when they were on the sheep or whatever and dropped to the floor, who knows. Well, I guess actually, Ridge and Furrow, when did they do that? Was it medieval times or was it Tudor? Tudorish? Not sure. Right, anyway, keep looking. There's another quite good signal right next to this, so hopefully that's something cool as well. Soon find out, see you in a bit. So literally right next to the crotal bell. That's the bit I dug out where the crotal bell was. I just dug this clod out, had a little root round with a pinpointer, and I can see this. Looks like a halfpenny of some sort. I'm going to say Victorian, just as a guess, or an Edward. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Nice dark patina on this one. I'm saying patina a lot today. God. 1902. So, is that the first year of Edward? Let's have a look. Dun dun dun. And there he is. Edward the 7th. From the Edwardian period. You know, I know to a collector, I've been told that the ones with the green patina and metal detection finds aren't really worth anything to a collector, but I'll tell you what, I think they look better when they've got a green patina on them, you know? With some of the patinas I've seen on some Victorian coins and that I've had. They've really got a really emeraldy, mad kind of trippy effect, you know. They look awesome. That's pretty good. Cool. Yeah, I think that was the first or second year of his reign, wasn't it? Because Victoria went up to 1901, I believe. Cool. I got to say that hammered I found earlier, you know, that's from the 1600s, I think. That wasn't very deep, so that's a good sign as well. But again, I don't know if this has been ploughed. It's ridge and furrow all down there, but up here it's a bit less ridge and furrowy, but it's hard to know really. Cool, let's keep going. You know, things like that can always be a startling sight. You get gold ones as well. It is, of course, just a bit foil. But yeah, at first glance, that can look like a nice big hammered. Cool. Let's keep looking. Going to be getting dark soon, so making my way back. Thought I'd just come back over to this area quick. It looks like we got a farthing. Probably Victoria. Yep, I can see her on there. Lovely little Victoria farthing there. Nice young face. 1868 is that? Yeah, lovely, look at that. Beautiful. Cool. Nice shiny green patina going on there. Oh, my bag's getting away. Have to go and chase it in a minute. Cool, lovely. Let's keep going. I was just walking in that direction and I abruptly changed my mind and changed direction. So I decided I might walk down to that gate down there instead. Took a few steps, got a signal, lifted the clod, and this is what I can see. Ooh! Could it be? That actually looks like George the First. I'm going to be very happy if that is. That looks like it's got a nice patina. Might be totally wrong. Where are you going? There we are. Oh, look at that. It's almost black. Oh, hang on. What's going on? Wow. Now, for a George I, that's pretty damn good. Wow. Can't really make the date out there. Nice, well that's definitely the oldest coin I've had other than the hammered. Definitely looks like George I, halfpenny there. Or is that a farthing? Could be a farthing actually. Wow, cool. Let's turn up for the books. Nice. Early 1700s down, early to mid. Nice. See you in a bit. Oh, I'm glad these horses aren't following me around now. Alright, let's see if we can find anything else before we go. It's starting to get dark. I've been here about 2.5, 3 hours now, so I've done really well considering. Yeah, see you in a bit. Alright, so I think I've worked out that this hammered coin is a James I Irish. I want to say groat because it doesn't seem big enough to be a sixpence, but and I can't find it in the Sphinx. It might be in there somewhere, but I can't find it. Yeah, I mean, if it is a sixpence, then maybe it's just heavily clipped, I guess. But I think that is like the harp with a crown on it on that side. And I'm thinking if it's a sixpence, then it could actually be a crooked sixpence or a love token, because if you look, it's kind of bent up that way and that way. And it is pretty worn. So once I found an Elizabeth sixpence, hammered sixpence, like that had been proper folded right over in half and then right over again, almost into like quarters. But yeah, I think a lot of the time they just used to bend it like one way on one end and one way on the other. So yeah, so I think that's probably a crooked sixpence or love token of James I. Cool. Nice bit of history. See you later, dudes and dudettes.